Okay, well, I've been meaning to do this a bit ago, and I can't fucking sleep, so I've been meaning to show this off anyway, so I'm going to show this off. Real quick, launch Dungeon Painter Studio, because that's what we're going to be working with, because I'm showing off how I build dungeons lately, and how it's really cool, quick way to do it. And then I'm going to show you Dungeon, which is the program that actually generates the dungeon for me. So first of all, the dynamic lighting feature that I have right here is actually a Patreon Plus membership, so I'm not going to show off too much of that. I might show it to you, like, at the very end, but not much of it. Alright, so these things have multiple different things. There's the original Ice Temple, Stylized Gray, Paper White, Virtual World, and Mask for Editors. Mask for Editors is one I want to experiment with, but I haven't gotten around to yet. However, my favorite of them is Stylized Gray, so I'm just going to generate a mini dungeon of that, because I just want the smallest one possible. Generate it real quick. I don't like that one, I'm going to regenerate it. And that's basically what you do, is you regenerate until you find one you like. That one's really cool. So I'm going to go with that one. You just click download. And that's what it says. Save. Downloaded. Okay. And if ever you get to the dynamic lighting, I'll show you this part, but I'm not really sure if I'm even going to bother showing you this part in the thing. Anyway, pop this up. Go over here. And we're going to go to templates. After that, you got to import a template, and the template we're importing is the latest one we just downloaded right there. Open, and then what you want to make sure is you note right here it has the tile size. Also, right here has the image size. So just take the image size, divide it by 70 pixel, divide it by 70 because it's 70 by 70 squares in Roll20, and that's where we're putting this this particular thing. So, and that's what it's generated for. Really, is for Roll20 size setup. So that's why we're going to go here. Oh, yeah. I forgot I didn't look at that. It was like 38 by 22. Okay, so there we go. 38 by 22. And there we go. After that, we're going to go over here, and we're just going to add some details to it. So, for instance, if it takes place in an area with lots of sand, maybe we'll just kind of cover some of these parts with sand as if it's half buried, like that. Or if, for instance, it's buried underground, you might go and find some rocks to just kind of stick in there. Make sure when you do that, you take off the stick to grid. So, and you go like some of the bigger ones right around here, some like these clusters. Make sure this whole freaking wall just kind of looks like it's been completely caved in right there. And eventually you build the dungeon out to look as if it is as if it's a freaking just crushed in, you know? However, whatever theme you're going for, wherever it's located, you can add little extra bits to it using this Dungeon Painter to kind of bring it out, bring it alive. Hell, Dungeon Painter, you can just build your own full dungeon if you want, but I don't really want to. That's why I'm making a pre-generated dungeon, really, is because I want just something quick and easy. So, there's that, and then what you're going to do is you're going to export to PNG-JPEG. I tend to like getting rid of the coordinates because I don't like those on the top and bottom, especially because sometimes if it goes a little higher than this, it would interfere with parts of my dungeon, and then I'd have just numbers that my players could see once I add in dynamic lighting and everything, and that just looks weird. We're putting it for Roll20, though you can, if, for instance, when you generated it here, you generated it for, say, Fantasy Ground, or Foundry or Fantasy Grounds, you could go here and you could go like, okay, well, what if I make it for Fantasy Grounds? I don't think they have Foundry virtual tabletop on this, and it would change your pixels per square to match what Fantasy Grounds tends to use. But we're gonna go Roll20, and I'm gonna run a JPEG rather than a PNG, because PNG for some reason shrinks it just a little bit and throws it off of what it's supposed to be. So, creating a JPEG, save it, map 38 by 22, save, And then we're going to not that. Bring it into Roll20. Here, I'm gonna launch a game in the forest plane because that's a thing that I did. I don't think I even have any players in this anymore. So go here, create a new page, change the settings, and then we're gonna want to make it match what we have there. So 38 by 22, which is also the same as what we have in the actual thing. So I'll make sure to show you that just because, see, 38 by 22. So 8, not 389 by 22. Okay, and then go over here, 38 by 22, drop, just drag and drop. It'll upload it real quick. Set dimensions and set them 38 by 22. There we go. Cancel. It's perfectly set in line. And then you just angle it up with the corner. Send it to the map layer. And it actually makes sure that all of the lines here are matched up with the lines kind of built into the grid system that we have. It works out really well, so that even once you go see how this whole freaking wall is just covered in rocks, so you can't really tell where it's supposed to end. But you can tell based off of the lines in the map layer. So you go here, dynamic light. So when you do add your dynamic lighting, if you have it available to you, you can still go ding, 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 and it's still pretty much exactly the same spot that it would have been previously. See, there you go. And that's how I've been building dungeons. I mean, that's, well, how I've been building the actual dungeons themselves. I mean, I've been probably still spending freaking hours and hours going through all my monster manuals, figuring out what's going to be where, and then going through my Dungeon Master's Guide. Ooh, there's a cool trap. I want to put that in there somewhere. And maybe going a little overboard with my last one because it's a massive dungeon with tons of undead, and I might accidentally kill my players. I'll be honest, I might. But whatever, it was fun. I'll give them some cool loot just in case. But that is the that's how I've been building dungeons. Yeah, and that's, I'll show up in like a follow-up video how it's supposed to, another way to use this real quick, but we'll see.